1, 2. One, two, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Let us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness has appointed the offices of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of the society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with abundant favor as your servants whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come on our deliberations in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county and of those whose interests you have committed to our church. Amen. Clerk, please confirm whether we have quorum.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, there is quorum.
Please proceed to read the orders for the day.
Homa Bay County Assembly, third session, orders of the day, Tuesday, 27th August 2024 at 9:30 a.m. Order of business. Order number 1, administration of oath.
Proceed to the next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Proceed.
Order number 3, messages.
Proceed.
Order number 4, petitions.
Proceed to the next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Proceed.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Proceed.
Order number 7, statement of topical concern.
Honorable Hamilton, please proceed.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, it's my hope that all of us are in good health, and we thank God for that. Honorable Speaker, I seek leave to raise the matter of topical concern as provided in Standing Order number 40. Honorable Speaker, I am concerned about the delayed compensation of crop farmers enrolled under the crop insurance program by the State Department of Development and Agricultural Research in the Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock and Cooperatives in collaboration with the County Department of Agriculture and Livestock. Honorable Speaker, the Kenya Agricultural Insurance Program was part of the risk management to caution farmers across the country from the adverse weather conditions resulting to losses. The national government partially provided subsidies where farmers were to pay 50% premium, and it committed to pay the remaining 50% premium. Honorable Speaker, Kenya Agriculture Insurance Group comprises of UAP, CIC, Amaco, Jubilee, Kenya Orient, Geminia, with APA Insurance as the lead insurer for farmers nationally. Honorable Speaker, in Homa Bay County, about 200 farmers covering the following wards: Kagan, Kochia, West Game, East Game, all in Rangwe Sub-County, Homa Bay East Ward, Homa Bay Central Ward, Aruja Ward, and Homa Bay West in Homa Bay Sub-County, Roma Kaksingre, Gwasi North, and Gwasi South in Suba South were enrolled under the program with the help of our ward agricultural officers in July, August 2022. Honorable Speaker, however, to date, the said farmers have not been compensated against the losses they suffered during the seasons they were insured. Honorable Speaker, before I put forward my wish, most of our farmers, actually all of them, that insured their crops by paying some amount of money. The amounts were varying from one farmer to the other. Both of them, all of them, they were never compensated. Though we usually know that every general election, I don't know whether it is a pattern, every general election, we are usually hit by drought as a county. And therefore, it is always known, 90% that during electioneering period, our farmers must suffer losses. So these farmers took risk and they insured their crops. These farmers from 2022, the period of July, August, they have not been compensated. They have never been. And agriculture is the backbone of our county. Most of us rely on agriculture for our survival. Honorable Speaker, it will be injustice if what we rally our people to do can never be compensated at the end of it, yet they insured, yet they were expecting something out of the insured crops. I think it will be injustice if these farmers will never be compensated. Honorable Speaker, this one will also go a long way in demoralizing most of our farmers. As you know, Honorable Speaker, that we are in a planting season. The rains just started pouring the other day. But we are never sure when is the right time to plant. So it's a gamble. Some of us had planted by August. But if you look at the health of the plants, they are not that good. If maybe it could have not rained, therefore they could have been counting so many losses. But now that we are taking risk and we are investing in the risk, we need to get something out of it so that it can motivate most of our people, so that it can boost the morale of our people, so that at the end of the day, these people, they'll find this agriculture lucrative. The other day we said that the practice agriculture should be put in a lucrative way, in a manner that is even enticing to most of the youth. We saw the other time that a picture of an old grandma or old grandpa is being published at the cover page, and then we have some crops, and then we say we are investing in agriculture. Let us have the pictures of beautiful ladies and handsome young men that are published on the cover page of this book, so that it makes it lucrative. So by ensuring that when they insure these things, they are compensated, let the insurers that they insured with compensate the farmers after suffering the losses. Honorable Speaker, I therefore wish that this matter be referred to the relevant committee to investigate, because the documents are there, even the transaction codes are there for the M-Pesa messages, the dates are there, everything is there at our disposal. So I would wish that it be committed to the relevant committee to investigate and report back to the House on why the farmers who are registered through the Department of Agriculture and Livestock have not been compensated, yet they suffered losses. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Hamilton. Honorable members, the matter of topical concern having been raised by Honorable David Hamilton, the MCA for Kagan, and this is a matter that is cutting across most of our wards. Therefore, I really wish that the members could ventilate on this before we commit it to the relevant committee for further directions. Any member wishing to ventilate on it? Honorable Titus Asiago, I know your ward is also affected on this.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Just on the same breath that Honorable Hamilton has put it, I will equally stand in and talk on this. Honorable Speaker, at times people take risks, and mostly when people take risks, that's why they insure, such that when the risks occurs, then they are covered. And Honorable Speaker, as members representing these wards, we equally encouraged our electorates, who are the farmers, to invest in this. And actually, when the registration was going on, most of honorable members went out to encourage the electorates who are the farmers to register so that they can benefit from the process that was being carried out. Honorable Speaker, when one insures, they expect that in case of an occurrence, they get compensated. Honorable Speaker, it's quite sad that from 2022, just has been put by Honorable Hamilton, there are damages and losses that they incurred, and what was expected was a compensation. Honorable Speaker, from 2022 to now, if you suffered losses and you didn't get compensated, it discourages you as a farmer to continue with the farm activity that you had interest in and took a risk and ensured that in case of such an occurrence, you get compensated. Honorable Speaker, I will encourage that as you will be committing this matter to the relevant committee, let that committee do proper investigation into this and they report back to us with a report that is convincing, and we don't just need a convincing report, we will wish to know on what is the shortest time the insurance companies that are listed that insured our farmers will take to compensate, such that so that when such an activity comes again, it will be very easy for us as their representatives to encourage them again to get into the activity. Honorable Speaker, I will wish to also comment on that the matter that has been brought by Honorable Hamilton to be given a lot of energy so that our farmers can smile again. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Titus Asiago. I'm not seeing buzzers, members. This is a matter that is touching our electorates. It's as if we are not concerned about it. Honorable Ruben of Gembe.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. I would also wish to add my voice to this. Mr. Speaker, some of our young men who cannot gain jobs decided to join farming as a means of employment and therefore a means of living. And Mr. Speaker, many of them went into insurance. Insurance, again, is another investment plan. And when you invest in two places, you expect that you will reap from either of them. When there is disaster, you harvest from the insurance. And when there is no disaster, Mr. Speaker, the farmers reap from their crops. And if there is disaster, and the insurance bodies that registered these farmers cannot act, Mr. Speaker, I don't think it is right. Like in my ward, Gembe, we have many young men who have joined farming, and they farm along the lake. And this is where floods, these are flood-prone areas. And Mr. Speaker, nearly every year, we suffer the same. We report these matters, but very little action is taken, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would wish to urge that the committee takes this matter seriously, dig deep into it, and bring us a convincing report so that the people we represent in this House can feel safe as we stand here to represent them. Otherwise, we may look not to be representing them, but representing our interests. Mr. Speaker, I beg to support.
Well done, Honorable Molo. Honorable Daniel Odongo, member for Northward.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow me take this opportunity to agree with Honorable Hamilton on a matter of topical concern he has raised. Mr. Speaker, this matter touches agriculture. And as members of this county assembly and members of Homa Bay County, we are all aware that agriculture plays a very big role when it comes to food security. Okay. And this is one of the areas whereby this county government is really trying so that they can have farmers who can do farming to enhance food security. Mr. Speaker, my concern is these farmers were advised to take insurance so that they can find a way of sustaining their farming processes in case of any loss. And they did well, as mentioned by Honorable Hamilton. They have all the documents that were used in securing this insurance. Mr. Speaker, it's very unfortunate that if an insurance firm can get into agreement with farmers that they will take care of them in case of any calamities. And these farmers knew the reason as to why they entered in this contract, Mr. Speaker. It is very unfortunate, and it's important for this House that we need to take this matter seriously so that these farmers can also get their right. Mr. Speaker, the farmers are really toiling. The farmers are really toiling in the field. And this, it is an investment whereby people spend a lot of money. Some of them even goes up to taking loans from bank for them to do proper farming. But we realized after this kind of heavy loss, if they didn't insure, meaning their further agricultural activities could not take place well. So it is important that as a House, any committee given an opportunity to analyze this matter should go very, very, very deep, because there is something here that we want also to prevent, so that such kind of behaviors or such kind of malpractices or bad practices should not come up again in Homa Bay County. As a concerned House, I believe and I know that we have very competent committees such that when given such kind of activity, we'll get the result and the farmers will get their compensation. We want help push for them so that they get compensated. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well done, Honorable Dongo. Honorable Florence Ouma, the special elected lady.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, allow me to thank Honorable Hamilton for a matter well thought out. Honorable Speaker, we have been saying in this House that the sector that we need to strengthen most is agriculture. Honorable Speaker, the reason for this is any institution, any home that has food security is a home that has peace, is a home that produces well, is a home that even the children, as they go to school, they perform very well. And Honorable Speaker, Homa Bay County is no exception. We have been working towards improving the food security. And Honorable Speaker, one of the things that will deter us from achieving this is anything that is discouraging farmers. Honorable Speaker, we are in the process of encouraging farmers to adopt modern techniques. And one of the modern things that have come out that are improving food security is insurance, Honorable Speaker. The person who came out, who invented this idea, had a very good thought in mind. And it is something that is, if well executed, Honorable Speaker, then we would have most of our people farming, Honorable Speaker. We have land that can farm. But when we have already encouraged our citizens to go the insurance way, because, Honorable Speaker, any insurance firm that compensates farmers for the loss that they have, Honorable Speaker, will encourage the farmers to do more. Honorable Speaker, and this will also help us in even having more yields, because we'll have more people having that, because they'll know that at the end of every season, there will be no loss. Whether they have lost the farms, they will be compensated in terms of monetary, which will help them get more. So, Honorable Speaker, when an insurance firm does this, you see, it is the confidence that the farmers had in the people who introduced this. And we as legislators, Honorable Speaker, and representatives, we need really to stand firm for our people, Honorable Speaker. And it would be really bad that we sit back and watch our people being molested instead of them being compensated. Honorable Speaker, if an insurance company is not ready to work with a county, then they'd rather pay these people and pack and go, because we have no business with them frustrating our farmers. Honorable Speaker, for this matter, I would also encourage that the people who will be given an opportunity to look through this matter, Honorable Speaker, should really take their time and look into it well, so that whoever is culpable should be brought to book. And otherwise, Honorable Speaker, I beg to support. Thank you so much.
Well done, Honorable Florence. Honorable David Uno, the senior member from Kanyamwa-Kolog.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this chance. Mr. Speaker, I also want to add my voice to this topical concern that has been ably moved with by my friend David Hamilton. Mr. Speaker, there is no doubt that this county primarily depends on agriculture as a source, as a means of livelihood for our people, not just the farmers. Our people mainly depend on agricultural produce to undertake a lot of economic activities. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, it is sad that such a thing is happening under the watchful eyes of the legislators and the executive in this county. Mr. Speaker, we know that climate change is a global phenomenon. Everywhere across the world today, it has become very unpredictable to know what the weather pattern would look like. And therefore, that being the case, it means that serious governments must find a way of cushioning their farmers on how to deal with these adverse effects of climate change. So, Mr. Speaker, I think without saying much, we need to know that the insurers, we need to know what kind of policy that was advanced to these farmers, the extent of compensation that should be given to these farmers, and the committee that you are going to assign the responsibility of dealing with this matter should fast track it and get to the bottom of this matter. We should know who is sleeping on the job so that serious action is taken, because I believe that it is not just the wards that have been mentioned that have been affected. Across the county, I believe even in Dewa, where I come from, many farmers have been affected by the adverse climatic conditions. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I want to urge that this process should be undertaken very seriously, and farmers need to be compensated, and the culprits be brought to book. I support.
Thank you. Honorable Eric Omolo, the MCA for Homa Bay Eastward.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Speaker. First, I want to appreciate Honorable Hamilton for raising this huge concern, especially to our farmers. Honorable Speaker, it's very sad that once farmers have been insured, money spent, an insurance company delays in compensating them. Honorable Speaker, you find that most of our farmers have had huge losses, maybe as a result of drought, or sometimes heavy rains. And Honorable Speaker, this in return, if the farmers cannot be compensated, especially after such huge losses, and remember money has been paid to the insurance company, then they don't commit to pay or to compensate farmers during such a huge loss. It's something that we should take keenly as members, and also seek a response from the relevant department that hosts such a insurance company. Because farmers, once they've insured themselves, they need to be compensated, especially when there is huge loss during harvest. So, Mr. Speaker, this is a serious concern, and I would wish that it be investigated by the relevant committee so that we have a quick response on the same. So, thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Do we have the Chair Agriculture in the House? Are you there?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, Sam.
Do you wish to give some comments before I commit this document to you?
Yes.
Yeah, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate Honorable Hamilton for having thought of petitioning the department why our farmers have not been paid. But as the Chair Agriculture, what has not come clear to me that I would request Honorable Hamilton to substantiate or to explain is whether
I think Honorable Jack, I thought you were commenting on the issue before.
I'm proceeding.
But it's as if you are prosecuting your case.
No, I'm not defending.
Okay.
What never came clear,
Yes.
because this was a contract between three people or three entities. That is the contract, the insurer, the farmers, and the national government. So what has not come clear as I proceed to go and investigate with the department where I'm in charge is whether the national government had paid their part to the insurance.
That you'll be able to do when you'll be doing fact-finding.
Okay.
Yes.
Otherwise, I want to congratulate Honorable Hamilton for having thought of this pertinent issue. Otherwise, I'm ready to go and investigate with the department where I'm placed as the chair.
Thank you.
Yes.
Honourable members, now that most of you are in concurrence that is a matter that is of importance, that needs to be looked into, because it affects, apart from the mentioned word, it affects most of our farmers in the county. Therefore, I want to commit this topic of concern to the Chair Agriculture Livestock Committee to do a thorough investigation and bring a report that will be able to convince the members. If you don't bring a proper report, you are aware that the members may decide to send you away with the report. So, Honorable Django, please come and take this topic of concern. Next order.
Order number 8, motions and bills.
Next order.
Order number 9, adjournment.
Honourable members, this House stands adjourned today, Tuesday, the 27th of August 2024 at 2:30 p.m. Thank you.